Hello actors, welcome back to the Actors Alphabet, and today we're looking at the letter F, and I've got a few words for us to look at. I'd like us to look at fear, failing forward, which is more of a phrase than a word, and fun. So let's start with fear. Well, look, first and foremost, we're actors, so it's a precarious, insecure, uncertain career, and naturally enough, that can bring up fear because there is so much uncertainty. When it comes to auditioning and working, there's also fear. You know, are we going to get the job? Are we going to, if we do get the job, are we going to get reviews that are good? Is it going to be liked? Is it going to be a success? Will it be transferred to the West End? You know, if it's a show we're doing or whatever it may be. And so I think it's really important to acknowledge that fear is normal. Yeah. Everybody has it to some extent, right? And I know for me, what's been really crucial in sort of helping diminish my fear is to be able to share with friends, particularly fellow actors, because of all the people, they will identify most with what we're going through. So that's really saved my ass on occasion, is the idea that I can pick up the phone to somebody and say, this is what's going on for me. When I've sort of experienced fear at its most profound, I guess, in terms of my creative journey, was when I started to produce my own work, because I was taking such a significant step outside of my comfort zone. And I know that at times it felt quite overwhelming to me, to say, I'm going to produce and perform this play. But again, it was people at the other end of the phone, like friends and, fellow actors, who were able to, encourage me to keep going. And, that's the thing about doing anything that you haven't done before or for the first time, or taking a risk, is that it can feel so daunting. But actually, if you can move through it, there is confidence to be had at the end. And that's what I encourage you to do. Find the support network that will help you do what you need to do. And to understand, particularly, in this career, that fear is a normal part of it. I mean, you can be sure the director will have fear, the producer will have fear. Are they going to get it done right? Are they going to get things on budget? So, there is a universality to it. But I think the important thing is not to let it inhibit you, and to find ways, as I say, of diminishing fear so that you fear less. That idea of being fearless. Okay? So that's great. Then, of course, the other thing that helps as well is the idea that, we should fail forward. Is that failure is a part of any endeavor and has been forever. And so this idea that it will be perfect is something that I know I've had to work through myself, and to really just get rid of that sort of thinking, because it's oppressive and it stops me from doing things. And failure has moved me on to the next level, and failure is part of the process, because we learn from our mistakes. Well, hopefully we do. And so we have a culture that's obsessed with success, particularly on social media. There's not a lot of acknowledgement of people's failures or attempts, and to go, well, actually, that's a really important part on the road to success. And so failing forward, it's the idea of there's nothing shameful about making mistakes, whether that's in auditions or in a show you produce or whatever it might be. That's the material that helps us grow. And again, we can take, I know that mistakes I've made means that I'm more confident the next time that I won't make that same mistake again. And then finally, I want to talk about fun, because what we do is great fun, and it ought to be fun. And, the idea that fun is a great way of being at play. And when we can be free, and there's another F word, to play, we can overcome that fear, right? Because fear can inhibit us. But, if we bring a spirit of fun to things, well, you're going to have fun. The people watching you or auditioning you will have fun. So where was I? Well, speaking of failures, I failed to get my video finished before the sirens went whizzing by. So I decided, that's it, let's pause and let's come back to it. But I was talking about fun. And so the idea is that if you're having fun, others will have fun, because you're bringing that energy, that sense of play, that sense of joy. And that's contagious. And of course, as we've said, fun is a great antidote to fear. So there you have it. I hope you find that useful. We've talked about fear, failing forward, and fun in about 5 minutes, to use another F phrase. If you'd like to know more from me, well, hit that subscribe or follow me on my channels, whatever it is that you use for your social media activity. But in the meantime, be kind to yourselves and each other. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.